human power, power of a human being. 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 The power of a human being. I was born under the
As we gather together in solidarity to express a feeling of mass injustice, we must not lose sight of what brought us together. We write so that all people who feel wronged by the corporate forces of the world can know that we are your allies. As one people formerly divided by the color of our skin, gender, sexual orientation, religion, or lack thereof, political party, and cultural background, we acknowledge the reality that there is only one race, the human race, and our survival requires the cooperation of its members. That our system must protect our rights, and upon corruption of that system, it is up to the individuals to protect their own rights and those of their brethren. That a democratic government derives its just power from the people, but corporations do not seek consent to extract wealth from the people and the earth, and that no true democracy is attainable when the process is determined by economic power. We come to you at a time when corporations, which place profit over people, self-interest over justice, and oppression over equality, run our governments. We have peaceably assembled here, as is our right, to let these facts be known.
Okay, I'm here because here in America, the rich are getting richer, the poor are getting poorer, the middle class is disappearing, and the American dream is disappearing. And it's time that we raise people's consciousness and wake the people up, and we can do something about it if we want.
They've taken bailouts from taxpayers with impunity and continue to give CEOs exorbitant bonuses.
They have taken our houses through an illegal foreclosure process, despite not having the original mortgages.
They have perpetuated gender inequality and discrimination in the workplace.
They have poisoned the food supply and undermined the farming system through monopolization.
They have continuously sought to end the rights of workers to negotiate their pay and make complaints about the safety of their workplace.
They have consistently outsourced labor and used that outsourcing as leverage to cut workers' health care and pay.
They have held students hostage with tens of thousands of dollars of debt on education, which in itself is a human right.
They determine economic policy despite the catastrophic failures their policies have produced and continue to produce.
They have spent millions of dollars on legal teams to look for ways to get them out of contracts in regards to health insurance. They have sold our privacy as a commodity.
They have used the military and police force to prevent freedom of the press.
They continue to block generic forms of medicine that could save people's lives in order to protect investments that have already turned to substantial profits. They have purposefully covered up oil spills, accidents, faulty bookkeeping, and
they have influenced the courts to achieve the same rights as people with none of the culpability or responsibility.
They have donated large sums of money to politicians supposed to be regulating them.
I mean, there's no jobs, but the main responsibility is corporate greed. Corporate greed is the biggest problem. You got bankers who are taking our money when we need it for education and healthcare. They're shipping our jobs overseas. They're trying to achieve a major goal of making sure our generation gets our future. We don't want our future to be in the hands of the few. We want it to be in the hands of the people. We want the economy to be in the hands of the people instead of some corporate greed. You gotta resist. Peacefully resist.
Yeah, I do believe you. I was kind of seeing this will never happen. I do. I have a faith. This might happen. I do. Join us.
Meditating on human power, power of a human being. Human power, power of a human being.